damn it, I hate the
back
Falcons.
to
I
the
fucking hate
Pancake
them.
Podcast.
I hate them so hard.
Look at this, bro. This man is broken. This man is broken. Let me tell y'all why this man is broken. Ethan, I must say that the Atlanta Falcons are a disgrace, and you should be ashamed of yourself for like rooting for this team for this many years. But you know what? It's okay because honestly, like we at Panthers Nation welcome you with open arms. And so
you know what? I'm off the bandwagon. I'm not joining. I'm not.
Oh, really?
I take
because
back
before the
everything
podcast, you said you were joining Panthers Nation.
Yeah,
so...
you know what? I was until I had to deal with your grimy little shit. All right?
What happened?
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. Our logo isn't even a bird. Our offensive line can't block. Caleb McGarry, you fucking throw a feather on this man, he falls down. All right? I'm sick of this. I hate the Falcons. I'm done.
Be a Cowboys fan.
All right,
bro,
listen,
no,
I'd rather be a Falcons than a Cowboys fan.
Bro, wait. So I have a question for you, bro. So like when you saw Jalen Hurts like come in and like sauce y'all up, like what did that feel like, bro? Because like it's Jalen Hurts, bro. Like
Jason,
I would be so mad, bro. Like
you are going down a dangerous path. You're breaking a man,
bro. It's the Pancake Pod and it's week 1, bro. So we're talking about football. So here we are talking about the Eagles and the Falcons, and you're mad because
all right. We suck.
Bro. It's okay.
We suck. We're bad. We're terrible. All right. Yeah. Our defense can't do nothing. Dan Quinn started it all. I don't want to hear no more comments about Dan Quinn. When we talk about the Cowboys, I don't want to talk about Dan Quinn. I want to forget about Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn was a dark time. I'm done with it. I'm done. Our logo, it ain't even real. I don't know what it is. It isn't a bird. Someone explain to me what the hell is that. I don't get it. Falcons, they aren't even black. Why is there a black color? I don't get it. It's more brown. I don't know what to do. I'm broken at this point. All right, we can just move forward. We can skip the Eagles game. Devontae Smith did look good, although it did hurt when he scored that touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, it broke your heart, didn't it?
After, but yeah, I'm broken. All right,
So
just leave it at that. The rant I had before we started this thing was legendary, and it's just done now.
What I will say about the Eagles-Falcons game is the Eagles' offensive line looked really good. And I think they're one of the better units when they're healthy. And they were just creating massive holes in the run game, which really helped open up Jalen Hurts' ability just to throw on the move. He didn't really have a high yards per attempt. So the really high completion percentage came with really low.
Why? Why did we have to start here?
You brought it up.
You brought it up, bro. Like, this is literally your fault. And so,
but you cut me off mid-rant before we start this, then you expect me to start the podcast and not continue it.
Well, you have to now.
The thing about the Falcons is, they look kind of dead. There was no energy from that performance outside of Kyle Pitts, who I thought looked really great. It just looked dead. The offensive line is
all right, it's just not.
Hey man, that offensive line.
Didn't we tell you though? Didn't we literally say this during the preview though?
No, you didn't say it. I said it myself, okay? I said it myself. I knew where I was. I knew where we were. All right?
Bad.
And I was, to be honest with you, before I got on this podcast, I was kind of okay with it. I was chill with it, right?
But
and then Jason decides he wants to throw a bunch of shade and just crap on me. And you know what? Now I'm broke.
But at least the Falcons will get the chance to – their offensive line will get a chance to gel again for another week 2 matchup, which is against the Tampa.
It's like I could have went in on Rome. I mean, not Rome. I could have went in on JP for the Jags looking like absolute doo-doo. And you know what?
We're going to get on him too, bro. Don't
worry.
And I didn't. And you want to know – and this goes back to everything. You want to know why I didn't – I just rolled my window down. You want to know why I didn't crap on the Jags? Because the night before, JP, he made sweet tender love to my feelings when he was complimenting Kentucky. And it made me feel so good. Will Levis is QB1.
Hey, yo.
And you know what? I thought that, I was so nice to Jason. I was staying in the Panthers all offseason. And I figure when it comes around, he's going to be nice to me. He's not going to tear into me and hurt my feelings. But no, this man just straight just rips into you.
Yeah,
He
because
drops 4
y'all are ass,
cards. He
bro.
decides
Y'all
to
are
tell me
a
how it
shitty
actually
team,
is
bro.
instead of fluffing up my feelings. I'm
Mhm.
sick of it.
Well, you should be sick of it, bro. Bro, you want me to tell you the final score? Bro, y'all are actually horrible, bro. Like y'all are actually
you
like
know
a
what?
clown show.
Well,
Bro.
before we start this,
I hope the Panthers lose every game this
Bro,
year.
y'all lost 32 to 6.
destroyed.
Don't
Well,
talk to me about
technically, the Panthers
football,
can't lose
bro.
every.
I
Panthers-
hope
the Panthers
to
can't
God.
lose every. They can't lose every game this year because they've already won one.
Well, I said lose the rest of their games, and I thought you were going there. They can't lose anymore because they have the Cowboys left on their schedule, so they'll at least win one more.
Bro, the
Bro,
Cowboys might actually.
why am I
beat
catching
y'all,
strays?
bro?
Ethan, I haven't said a word to you about the Falcons.
Yeah,
See,
All right, fuck
Ethan,
you, Abram.
why you gotta
No,
do this?
no,
man?
but
Why you gotta do
Abram,
this?
you wanna
Hold on,
sit
Ethan.
here and talk on this podcast and stuff like you love bidets, and then you want to hate on s'mores? Nah, bro, you're on my shit list.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
Speaking of beef, I have this shirt. From
What?
Hey,
How does that?
do you want to explain? Hey, you probably
Segue.
shit sometimes, and you ever just want to have that shirt to say, you know what? I'm straight out of Them Hands University. Don't catch a full scholarship, Ethan. And you know, Them Hands University. I got this shirt off a company, and the company name is called Black with No Chasers. It's black owned, you know, and it's supposed to be it's unfair to mind to tell you think black and live black. So throughout our experiences, and I'm going to show you screen share, and I'm going to show you guys some of the products that they have. As soon as my grateful buddy disabled the host participant screen share, you got to stay with that first.
Hey,
And
Jason.
I can show y'all some.
Yeah,
of the
yes, I
products.
know.
Jason, he lied, bro. He said he was using this to share clips. He's just doing this to promote the business. Is that
No,
He lied.
I just find time to do this.
He lied. He straight
No, I
lied. And in the pregame, he straight lied.
No, I didn't. All right, as y'all can see, it's some of the black brands right here. That's why I got the Them Hands University, the hoodies. You know what I'm saying? They small, but they're gonna expand pretty well in the future, and I believe it's gonna be a good brand that everybody's gonna want to come to. They got multiple things y'all can see, so definitely messing with this. Gonna buy some more hoodies.
They sell MacBooks?
Yeah, here y'all go. So that's my promotion of this podcast for today. And like I said, don't catch a full scholarship.
Hey, Rome, I got
Hey, I have
a
a
question.
question. Go ahead.
I have a question real quick. Why you got so many tabs open, bro? Like that.
That's his porn, bro. That's his porn. If he ain't shagging mid podcast, bro, he watching it. You know?
But I don't watch porn.
Yeah.
I don't watch.
All right,
I
stop
don't.
right
My
there,
boy a wholesome.
bro.
My boy a
Stop
wholesome.
right
Wholesome.
there.
Bro, why? What does it do for me?
Bro.
Dang, that's kind of a
All
flag.
right, guys. That's just a lie. I mean, we all know that, right?
Okay,
That's just
all
a
right.
lie.
Speaking
Hey,
of
it's case
teams-
by case, bro. If that's what you went to, that's what you went to,
Speaking of
bro.
profound liars, there are a lot of teams that enter this year with super high expectations that probably didn't live up to them after week one. So,
Yes.
what are you guys teams that you think didn't live up to the hype in week one?
Ooh, let's
Panthers,
talk
that
about.
offense was terrible.
I got mine. I've been waiting.
I got mine, bro. I wasn't ready for the Bills to lay an egg, bro. I really wasn't.
Oh man, that was rough.
That was really rough to see because, like, I thought the Steelers really weren't going to be that great this year, to be honest with you.
But
And
the
fact that
Steelers
they
defense I was gonna be.
stabilized the Bills the way they did, it was like,
I think
jeez.
the thing with the Bills is you're going to see regression from that offense. Last year,
Yeah.
Josh Allen was uncommonly accurate on
Mhm.
deep passes.
That's true.
He was not as accurate on deep passes in week one. And a
Mhm.
whole lot of credit goes to Pittsburgh's defense and defensive scheme. What they would do is they would send those sim pressures, but they wouldn't blitz. They only send 4 or 5 guys, but they would have an end or a tackle just contain and not let Josh Allen do the crazy, weird Josh Allen. No. They're like, yes, kind of Josh Allen stuff. Also, Josh Allen cannot be your best passing and running option. He cannot be your best running back. because then you're going to end up in a situation like Cam Newton and the Panthers, where there's no balance with Josh Allen running the ball. He's going to get injured, throw the season out the window. I think their defense is going to be fine. I think Pittsburgh's offense is cooked, mainly because Big Ben can't throw. We're talking about the Bills. I think the Bills' defense is going to be fine. I think the offense is going to have some aggression, but that's natural. I just think they need some more balance, mainly from the running backs. They need somebody to.
They need somebody to step up, bro. Josh Allen can't do everything, man. I mean, it sucks to say, but it is like watching Cam all over again. Like, bro, you can't allow him to be your entire offense, bro. You can't.
I would say this to me. I say it's more scheme because, like you said, they like to go deep. I think the Steelers pressure. So that's literally like a scheme that's designed to kind of stop the Bills in that aspect. The team, but yeah, like you said, they have to get a running game going. And the Steelers, they're always going to compete. That's why I say you can never leave the Steelers out because they're going to compete because, one, they got Mike Tomlin. And two, that's part of the Steelers blood. Like, they're always going to continue to fight. So, like I said, it's going to be close. I think the Browns going to win the division, though. Even though they lost, I was very impressed.
I was too, bro. They put up a good fight.
It's just one thing, though. It's like what I said with the Browns. Can Baker Mayfield be that guy in the clutch, like when you need him the most? Because what happened was he put up those numbers, but one team had Pat Mahomes, and the other team had Baker Mayfield.
So I thought Baker Mayfield looked sharp, honestly.
But he ain't my homeboy.
Baker looked really good. I don't think Baker.
Yeah, Baker looked good.
The problem is you have to score on every drive.
Every drive against this team, bro.
The Browns went up 22-10 at halftime and lost 33-29.
Exactly.
That is uncommon. It's unreal. Which basically tells me you can't get complacent against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're a lot like I've made this comparison a lot. They're a lot like the Warriors in their 73-9 run, where you can't get complacent with a 10-point lead, 15-point lead. Because with Clay and Steph shooting the ball, 5-3,
scoring.
All of a sudden, it's a downpour. The Chiefs have this weird thing that's called a get-out-of-jail-free card, which is an 80-yard Tyreek Hill touchdown pass. Boom, momentum shifter. Boom, everything that you had is gone. Chiefs are on top, and you end up looking at the score 33-29. Like, what happened? That's just the game. You got to charge that one to the game. The Browns made too many mistakes with the missed punt, the missed opportunities, because with the Chiefs, you have to score on every drive. You have to score touchdowns on every drive. They put so much stress on your offensive side of the ball that you're going to make a mistake because you're pressing so hard.
And that's the beauty of the Kansas City Chiefs, which is why I said they're going to win the Super Bowl because, bro, what team can handle that, bro?
I think there's a team that can handle it.
Who? What team was it?
Tampa. Tampa is the only team that I think can handle scoring with them.
Okay.
Because I think Tampa is built not only to attack the Chiefs' weakness, but also beat them at their own strengths. Like, the Chiefs are not good at defending the run.
Yeah.
Like, Browns ran all over
them. That's true.
The Bucks can run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But if they decide, no, we don't want to run the ball, let Tom Brady throw the ball 50 times, and they'll probably still beat you. Gronk looked like Gronk. Like retirement Gronk, which is a scary thing for defenses because now you have to worry about Gronk over the middle. Antonio Brown looked like pre-2016 Antonio Brown, which again, all right, you try and double Mike Evans. You got Chris Godwin in the slot, and then Antonio Brown. And
bro.
Who are you going to guard? There are too many options. So the only thing you can do is just try and stop them from scoring as often. So they're really the only team that I think can beat those Chiefs because they can score with them.
You might have me convinced. The only thing is, I'm just imagining like what could happen with this Chiefs team with the improved O-line.
Well,
Like,
see, the thing is,
oh,
I
bro.
know it was Myles Garrett, but Orlando Brown Jr. didn't look that great in the pass game.
It's Myles Garrett, bro.
That's why I
Like,
said
come
it's
on,
Myles
man.
Garrett. But think about it. Against the Bucs is going to be Shaq Barrett and JPP.
Hey, bro, they're not as good as Myles Garrett. Sorry. His level.
I'm also worried the interior, which is very young, going against a Tyrannosaurus Rex in Vita Vea, who basically destroyed the entire Cowboys offense game plan in the fourth quarter. When they tried to go the straight dropbacks, Vita Vea destroyed that interior offensive line. And they couldn't run the ball because you're running it right into Vita Vea's stomach. Like he might be their most dominant defensive player. And that's saying a lot. Like Vita Vea is really good.
I'm glad you brought up Vita Vea because I would like to talk about that game, bro.
Dude.
So it's so funny how like the focus was, the Cowboys O-line, the Cowboys O-line, the Cowboys O-line. Bro, this could have been the prove it game. This could have been the game when like everyone was like, like, this O-line is like, it really means business. And what happened? Vita Vea.
Zach Martin didn't play. I mean,
the Cowboys had the perfect offensive game plan to beat the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers were having an off day.
Yeah, they were. And
they lost the game. And I think the points where it swung were off of turnovers. They couldn't convert. It was field goals instead of touchdowns.
Basically.
You can't do that, especially off the Tom Brady turnover, because it's not going to happen again. Like, I think the Cowboys got real lucky with some of those turnovers. I'm not even counting the one at the end of the half, the Hail Mary. It's a Hail Mary. Yeah. But the Cowboys are going to have to capitalize off turnovers, especially for that defense who struggles with getting off the field. The Cowboys offense, like I said, had the perfect game plan. You don't want to attack the Buccaneers defense head on. They are too fast at the first and second level. If you get past Vita Vea, you got to run into their linebackers, who are basically sideline to sideline missiles. So what you do, Kellen Moore had really good RPOs, try and get them east and west with the RPO game, the quick screens, using Tony Pollard the way he did with the two running back personnel. Perfect. I think they should keep that in the game plan. Dak was phenomenal. You could see his arm strength wasn't fully back, but everything else was at an elite level. I have been recorded saying Dak is an elite quarterback. This was a Dak elite performance outside of the arm strength. But again, they didn't convert on opportunities. They have to convert on.
Yeah, that was a big problem last year too, in terms of like red zone. Even before Dak got hurt, they weren't converting in the red zone, and it is a struggle for the team. But I don't know, it's hard because Connor McGovern actually did look really solid in place of Zach Martin. Obviously he's not great, but like he played really well, I thought. And of course he's going against like Vita Vea. He's going against that front seven, which is just super elite. But like I was saying all offseason, I think that experience last season really helped his growth, and hopefully it helped Terrence Steele's growth too, because we're gonna need Terrence Steele to play the next month or so. But yeah, I don't know. The stuff that's happened after the game has been really bad. But we have Dak Prescott and we have Kellen Moore, and I'm not saying I'm not worried because obviously these are huge losses, but I think Dak and Kellen Moore together can at least keep us in the thing until these guys start to come back.
Even with Washington, I mean, I know they lost, but I mean, even with Washington, bro.
No, I told y'all about Washington. If you can get past their front four, you're going to be good.
I mean, for what it's worth, though, I mean, Justin Herbert he didn't have like the best game in the world, but like.
Hold on. I want to talk about this game, this Chargers football team.
But I do want to say this though, the battle between the Bucs offensive line versus Cowboy defensive line, and then vice versa, it was good to watch. Like I enjoyed it a lot. Like the battle between Lawrence and Ward.
Tristan Wirfs.
especially like doing run, like you could see clips of it. It was just
they were physical. They were going at it. Yeah,
like it was fun to watch. Like with the Cowboys, I'm more concerned because I'm not gonna consider it a moral victory, and that's because it was three unfortunate. To me, it was two unfortunate turnovers. Well, the strip fumble wasn't unfortunate. Like that was an unfortunate ball, but we caught a pick because Leonard Fournette didn't catch the ball. Like, if Leonard caught that ball, I'm not sure if Leonard take that 10 yards down the field. And I'm concerned because we couldn't capitalize off that. Our offense is going to be good, but the Bucs moved it fairly easy.
And they did that without playing their best football. Like Brady had to throw the ball 51 times. I'm sure that's saying like they're fine with winning that way because they have Brady, but they don't want to win that way.
Brady doesn't want to win. I don't think Tom Brady want to win that way. I think that the Cowboys can get some. I really don't like counting week ones because week one, we understand a lot of people look good week 1 through week 3, and then as the season progresses, they just don't look the same. So it's really hard for me, but I'm more concerned by the fact that we forced 3 turnovers and we couldn't get more than 9 points off those turnovers. But this game against the Chargers, I'm expecting a high-scoring game. I'm expecting at least over 30.
Can I talk about the Chargers real quick?
Yes.
Please talk about the Chargers, bro. They're lit, right?
I think Justin Herbert is up next, bro. Like
that boy, nice. He didn't put up the stats, but bro, if you watch the game,
listen, on third down, Justin Herbert was 14 of 16 passing on third down.
Couldn't stop him.
Unreal efficiency. They were running the Saints offense, the 3-step timing, no hitch. It was like 6'6" Breeze.
Yeah.
But then he could do the Justin Herbert shot. Bro, there was a pass on third down. Washington was playing cover 2. They were on the far side of the field. Justin Herbert throws a go ball in between the corner and the safety from the far hash.
I know exactly what play you're talking about.
Down.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's one of those charge it to the game throws. You played the best defense. And
you had the best coverage possible, bro. You did everything right. It's just one of those things. He just beat
you. This Chargers offense, man, it's going to make a huge jump because Justin Herbert is that good. And now we're seeing Keenan Allen start to get real attention again because Keenan Allen is really good. Mike Williams getting healthier. He's going to be real good in that offense. But the defense, man, I said it before the season. This Brandon Staley defense with Chargers is going to be real fun. And I think they're really fun with the way they use Derwin James basically as their de facto Jalen Ramsey. Mm-hmm. Their physical guy who would basically blow up screen passes and put him in the middle of the action. But then they would switch Chris Harris and Derwin James, move Derwin James to safety, move Chris Harris to corner. They get more finesse. They can run zone that way. They use sim pressures, try and get Joey Bosa one-on-ones. They use him as a queen on the chessboard on the defensive line. Brandon Staley has done such a good job in week 1 of just creating advantageous matchups for his stars. Mm-hmm. So this Cowboys-Chargers matchup, I'm intrigued to see what he does. Now that Gallup is out for the Cowboys, we might see CeeDee Lamb more outside instead of on the slot. Or we might see him on the slot and Cedric Wilson on the outside. If CeeDee lines up in the slot, who are you going to put on him? You want to put Derwin James on him to give him a more physical, aggressive matchup? Or do you go Chris Harris and more finesse? Honestly, I think they can do both. Because on the screen games, those screen games aren't going to work with Derwin James. He's in that Jalen Ramsey tier of don't run a screen to that side. Because he will blow it up.
It'll get blown up and y'all will get embarrassed and then they'll be lit on the sideline because your play got blown up. You don't want that, bro.
Did you see the screen pass Jalen Ramsey threw up against the Bears?
Yes, bro. And he was lit after the play and the whole gang was lit. That's what I'm talking about.
That's it.
That's like an energy changing play, bro. Like football is a game of momentum, and plays like that change the entire landscape of the game.
That is a demoralizing play by your star player just saying, "Yeah, I'm better than all three of these guys." Like he ran through both blocks and then made the tackle.
And then made the tackle and then flexed on everybody. Like who does that?
He is one of
The
one.
best corner in the league.
Yeah,
And by far, by far, it's not.
He can do everything, bro.
I love Jair Alexander. He's not Jalen.
He ain't running.
His levels,
Like,
you're right.
But man, I guess a team that really disappointed for me. This is gonna sound real hater, but the Titans look terrible.
Hater.
They looked like
garbage. Okay, they didn't look great. I will say that.
Against the Cardinals.
For what it's worth, though, I mean, I tried to tell everyone about the Cardinals, and everyone was like talking so much. You especially were talking so much trash, and I was like, bro, like, the Cardinals are nice, bro.
I don't think
like Kyler Murray is really that dude, and like that offense is like built for him. And I was trying to tell everyone, bro, don't sleep on Kyler Murray. And what did everyone do? They slept on Kyler Murray. So like, you know what? Like this is more like the Cardinals being great than Titans being trash.
I don't know if the Cardinals are like super great though, because they didn't. Not a lot has changed from last year. They added Rondale Moore to do the screens instead of DeAndre Hopkins, which is a smart thing to do. They got AJ Green involved, which is shocking to me. But I think Kyler Murray's gotten better. It's not like the scheme has gotten any better. It's just Kyler Murray's gotten better.
Kyler Murray is that dude. Yes, sir.
Yeah. But for the Titans,
to me, watching that game, it looked like Tennessee just wasn't ready. Like it really just looked like Tennessee wasn't ready. That Tennessee, they weren't really prepared for what they were running into. And I don't think Arizona's a bad team. I don't think they're a good team though. I think they're kind of they're going to be an average team. And I still like Kyler Murray has his moments. Still not a big Kyler Murray fan.
Yeah, I was disappointed in the Bears.
In the Bears? I'm not surprised by the Bears. They didn't use my boy properly.
I'm surprised they gave up that many points though. Like they pride their head on defense. I'm a big Khalil Mack fan though. That's me speaking. I'm like Khalil, Eddie. I would expect like Los Angeles put up at least like 20 or something like that. But to put up 34 and to make it look that easy, and then they offense just they just disappointed me. I expected more from the Bears, honestly.
So when you guys were talking about who's built to take the Chiefs, whatever. I mean, I feel like you guys kind of just glossed over the Rams. I feel like the Rams, they have Jalen Ramsey, right? Who's an incredible corner. And then you have Aaron Donald to get pressure. And then just on the opposite side of the ball, I think Matthew Stafford really just kind of changes that offense. I feel like that offense just kind of morphed into something that Jared Goff will never take it to. And I think you're kind of seeing that. I don't think you saw it to like complete effect Sunday night, but I think as the season goes on, the playbook opens up more and Stafford gets more comfortable. I think that offense can keep up with anybody in the league.
Yeah.
So I hate to pour like cold water on this Rams thing because the Rams look fantastic. You saw the big plays. That's the reason why they went and got Matthew Stafford. But outside of those big plays, they really went through kind of a lull on offense where they got the touchdown the first drive. Then they scored a field goal. Then they got 2 field goals, then a punt, then the end of the half. Then it was 2 straight touchdowns, 3 straight touchdowns. Then the Bears controlled the ball for the rest of the game. I think there are going to be points in time where they kind of go through these lulls if they're not hitting the big play.
That's what I'm saying. I think. Yes,
but the problem with going through those lulls is you can't do that against the Chiefs. The Browns did that against the Chiefs, and they lost.
I think that about those lows, like I think part of that goes into one that they were playing the Bears, which is still a really good defense. So I think that factors into the lulls. But I also think that just in general, just as Stafford gets more comfortable in that offense and more comfortable with that system and the players around him, you'll start to see some of that stuff start to go away. I think that's part of why you're going through the lows, because that's his first game in that Sean McVay system, which isn't necessarily the easiest thing to learn. And you can go back to like Kyle Shanahan, his first year with Matt Ryan, and just little bits and pieces through like that. Like just learning that offense is hard. So the fact that he did that in week 1 against a really good defense, yeah, granted there was lulls. I just think that as the season progresses, that's going to kind of fade away, and that offense is going to be pretty hard to stop.
But to me, it's like I don't think Matthews got sacked. Like not once, and I was just a little disappointed with the defense.
I think he got sacked a few times though.
Not in the Bears game. He didn't get sacked.
Oh, he did.
Well, he may have got correct. He may have got sacked one.
Check. Hold on, let me check.
I think he got sacked one time.
Right, he did. I remember definitely one time he got his butt rocked.
He said he got his butt rocked. Yikes.
Yeah, pause. I'll pause myself. I'm sorry.
Hey, bro, you can say what you want, bro. Hey, bro, it looks like hold on. The Bears didn't have any sack. Oh, yeah, they did have a sack.
Yeah, I remember he got rocked one time.
It was Akeem Hicks and Robert Quinn. They both got in on.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I forgot about Robert Quinn.
I don't know how he's cold.
Yeah, he had that resurgence in Dallas.
But that's the thing, though. Akeem Hicks, Robert Quinn, Khalil Mack. I just expect I did not expect the Bears to give it up like that.
Bro, they didn't use
mainly because one, they were going to be on the field all the time.
Hmm?
Defenses can't be on the field for that long. As much as I love defense, it sucks having to do 13-play drives. Then your offense goes 3 and out, and then you got to be back on the field. That's exactly what the Bengals are.
Why is Andy Dalton starting, man?
I don't know, man. Matt Nagy.
You don't want to put Fields. You don't want to put Fields in that fire.
He gives you a better chance to win. He gives you a much better chance to win than Andy Dalton does.
When do you want him to get his experience?
Andy Dalton is just awful. Like he hurts that team.
I would want him to start. Honestly, they're playing the Bengals. I would honestly want him to start this week against the Bengals. At least against don't put him against the Rams where you got Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. Because he still got air. He still tend to hold on to the ball too long. And you know what?
But he's better than Dalton. You need your best player on the field.
If you're sacrificing protecting your quarterback over winning a football game, you need to be fired.
Yeah.
But think about this. It's like the same thing with then I can't do that because they were still winning. But it's
Didn't
like
the Bills do that with Josh Allen his rookie year, though, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the Ravens did it with Lamar, and the Chiefs did it with Patrick. But the thing is, the Chiefs and the Ravens both were kind of set with their quarterbacks. I mean, they weren't great, but I mean, they were vets. They were true vets.
Andy Dalton's not someone.
Andy Dalton's not a true. I mean, he's a vet, but like he's not that dude.
Yeah, he's bad.
I would rather put
Joe Flacco
against that
with Lamar as a rookie was better than Andy Dalton.
Was better than Andy Dalton, bro. Exactly.
Dalton's just washed, man. Like you could see it in Dallas last year. Even like he can't move, and you need to be able to move to at least some degree. Dude's a statue.
He said he's a statue.
He's talking all this stuff on those interviews, like, "Oh, it's my time now in Chicago." Like, you're not good. He's hurt.
Bro, that was literally me with like Teddy, but then Teddy like low-key had a good game, and so like I can't really talk.
I would say this though. I wouldn't put him against the Rams. I think what they did, what they said, look, I'm not gonna put him against the Rams. I'm not gonna put him against that fire. Let me find a team with a defense that's not that good. Because I don't think putting him against Aaron Donald and then having Jalen Ramsey out there, I don't think that's good for him to start off with. I think the Bengals would be a good idea. I don't know about the Browns with Myles Garrett and them boys. Like, would I really want a rookie quarterback going against Myles Garrett? Like, honestly,
I think what Trump said is that you need
a quarterback in and out of games, bro.
I would
like
counteract that with saying Justin Fields gives you
Justin Fields gives you a better chance to beat Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett than Andy Dalton because
He
Justin
does.
Fields can move.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a simple thing.
Winning trumps everything. Like you want to be able to win
Yeah,
these games,
bro.
and Andy
You
Dalton
want-
isn't going to get you there. And I think that's bigger than them wanting to sit him. That's bigger than anything, really. You want to be in a better chance to be able to move the ball, to be able to just do anything, you know?
I'm saying if they believe that he's not ready yet and they believe he'll be better in the future, then I don't believe they should just start him right away if they believe that. Because you put him out there, especially, Chicago's the Bears about their football. And let's say he go out there and he stinks up the joint and it's his first game and you putting that media pressure on him. Like, I just think it's better to sit him until that they believe that he's fully ready. Because
I get that.
we don't know.
Bro, but like,
How much longer does Matt Nagy have to prove himself?
Have
This
to
is
prove
probably
himself,
it for him,
bro.
realistically.
He's trying to win
And the
games,
Bears-
bro.
The Bears can be a playoff team if Justin Fields goes in and they're rolling. With Andy Dalton, they have no shot at being a
No
playoff team at
shot,
all.
bro.
Justin Fields can give him that
Like,
chance. So it's
I
just
hate
so
the patience
weird.
thing with the Bears. I hate the patience thing with the Bears because Matt Nagy has no more time for patience.
Exactly. This is it.
It's
This is
been
literally it
how
for
many
him,
years
bro.
since he went to the playoffs? It's now or never, man. That's why you drafted him. You're not going to be around to coach him next year if you don't start him.
That's it. Speaking of
Mike
rookie quarterback,
dropped. So
Man,
anyway,
If my friend Roel is tuning in, I'm so sorry, man. I know you're a Bears fan. Just hang in
it
there.
just is what it is. Nah, bro, but they're not even like the most disappointing team in the NFC North because what the hell is going on in Green Bay, bro? Bro, what? I'll just say this: Aaron Rodgers was my fantasy quarterback. I still won, by the way. Sorry, JP. But I like the Packers, bro. Like, what even like occurred? Like 38-3, bro. Like, I get that Jameis is like having like this new version of himself
LASIK
under Sean
Jameis,
Payton or
dude.
whatever. But bro, 38-3, like you're not even gonna put up a fight.
Okay, so the thing about the Saints Packers is what shocked me the most is how impatient the Packers looked on offense. The Packers offense is reliant on patience. In this era of allowing teams to run the ball and take away explosives, the Packers will take the 5-yard runs, the 3-yard out. So take the quick passes. Then as soon as you jump up on the quick pass, boom, 50-yard touchdown, Aaron Rodgers blows the lead open. The Saints turned him impatient. And I don't know what it was. They weren't even blitzing. They didn't even get a lot of
They're
pressure.
just playing like normal football, and like it was like they were just shook. Like I didn't get what was going on.
Like you could tell after that first interception, it was like, oh boy, this might be one of those games. Because that's a decision you don't see Aaron Rodgers make. The second interception in the double coverage is not a throw you see Aaron Rodgers make.
That's a Sam Darnold. That's an old Sam Darnold throw.
Like that was way off.
I hope he becomes the new Sam Darnold.
I want to devote this Saints Packers time talking about the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jameis Winston, because that surprised me. What really surprised me was how efficient he was. Like he was taking the deep shots down the field, but he didn't turn the ball over. He didn't have a lot of turnover-worthy throws. He was throwing the ball out of bounds.
Y'all, if I read y'all this stats, if I read y'all this stats, one quarterback went 14 for 20, 148, and 5 touchdowns. One quarterback went 15 for 28, 133, and 2 interceptions. And I told you that Jameis Winston and Aaron Rodgers were playing. Who would y'all think had whose stats?
Well, considering that Aaron Rodgers is my fantasy quarterback, Aaron Rodgers is my fantasy quarterback, so I can definitely tell you the answer now with his bum self. He's a bum, bro. I'm gonna bench him this week too. Bum. Sorry.
You know, as a Cowboys fan, I'm gonna be honest, it kind of felt good seeing Aaron Rodgers suffer a little bit.
I mean, y'all lost too, so I mean, like, I guess like
I needed something like take up my confidence.
We're talking about Jameis, but I want to shout out the Saints offensive line because they owned that game.
Yeah, shout
They
out
absolutely
Armstead and them boys. They
dominated
did what they had to do.
because they were getting 4 or 5 yards a carry.
Yeah.
When you're getting 4 or 5 yards a carry, you can't play any better offense than that. Because they're going to start running play action, and that's how they hit the deep touchdown. Chris Hogan caught a touchdown pass, and I think it all started with the offensive line basically moving people.
Yep.
Like Teron Armstead and Eric McCoy, the center, Ryan Ramczyk, right tackle, they were moving people.
Moving people, bro.
Like there was, I think it was an outside zone play that Kamara scored. One of the plays Kamara went big on, and they just washed down this
entire edge like it was nothing.
The Packers defensive line is good too.
Yeah, like them boys not sorry like at all.
They absolutely dominated, and the Saints defensive line dominated. And I know Bakhtiari's out, which is one of the things I said before the game, which is I would watch out for this Billy Turner versus Cam Jordan matchup. And Cam Jordan ate his lunch.
I did, bro. I did.
Man.
It's unfortunate, but like I know who's gonna get on that ass though. Brian Burns.
Oh, can we talk
Brian
about
Burns?
now?
Can we talk about the Panthers, bro? Like no. Before we can talk about the Panthers, that's a preface, bro, because I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this on the Pancake Podcast for all the Panthers fans that are listening. I might have been wrong about Sam Darnold. Might have been. He still has more to prove because like the Jets defense was kind of poochies. But y'all, Trill Sammy is here. And like even if he does throw picks, like the fact that he has the locker room. Like there was a clip of him like in the locker room, like getting the game ball and everything. And he wasn't even like, oh, thank you. He was like, bro, like, y'all are a gang. Like, this is like our shit. Like, let's go on to the next week and like do our like, bro. It was like he was like on some like real like leadership shit. So like, regardless of like his performance, like I'm a rock with Trill Sammy because like that's a guy I want leading the football team. So you know what, Trill Sammy got my respect and like he had a good game, bro. He had a good game. He wasn't perfect by any means. But bro, I'm not
even gonna talk about the Panthers offense because I think Sam Darnold missed on a lot of throws that like
he definitely did
play worthy. But this Panthers defense is good.
Bro, let's talk about the defense because we were smacking heads, bro. We were smacking heads. Hey, and like I know everyone else is like quiet because like they can't relate to having a good defense, but it's okay because like
they play so aggressive.
Bro, we smack heads, bro. We smack heads. Shaq Thompson in the number 7 jersey. Let's talk about it, bro.
I swear to you, every player that went from double digits to single digits this year has gotten faster.
Like turned Super Saiyan, bro. like Shaq Thompson literally looked like Luke Kuechly, bro. It was lit.
And then
he literally caught a pick and like he didn't like return it for 6, but like when he got tackled, like the whole gang was like around him, like, yeah, bro, like we're really in this hole. And so
we need to seriously discuss Brian Burns being a defensive player of the year candidate.
Yeah, because he's better than everyone.
He had the Jets offensive line in sharpshooter the entire game. He is so fast to the point where you just cannot block him.
And like the beauty of Brian Burns is that I watch offensive linemen try to like stop him, right? And they try to get their punch on him. He is so fast and so bendy. They don't talk about his flexibility and flexibility as a DN. I remember, bro, like when we talk about Von Miller, is Von Miller-esque, bro. Yeah, bro. I know where I'm going, bro. And like his bendiness and his speed, bro, when he gets around that edge. Linemen don't know what to do, bro. They're just like, bro, like I'm doing everything I can, and you just can't do anything.
The thing that shocked me the most about the Panthers' defensive line is if Brian Burns isn't getting there, you step up. You're stepping right into Derek Brown. You're stepping right into Davion Nixon, and they balled out.
Don't forget about Hassan Reddick, boy.
Hassan Reddick, they balled out. And again, I told you about J.C. Horn.
You did. I'm not gonna lie, J.C. Horn. If you're listening, I'm sorry, bro.
He's going to be grabby. He's going to commit some penalties. But he plays hard.
He plays hard, bro.
He's going to hit you, and he's going to let you know about it. He's going to make a play, and he's going to let you know about it.
Sure did.
It's perfectly it elevates the tone of this Panthers defense. Kind of, in a way, it kind of reminds me of the Jaguars in 2017. Not the style, but the aggression of the defense.
Yeah, I see it.
Where it's just like, okay, you don't think we're going to be that good? We're going to talk about it after.
We're going to
beat you, and then we're going to talk about it like the entire game. And I love that physicality, the aggression. Jeremy Chin is doing Jeremy Chin things. We know what he's about. But also, I think the Jets' offensive line is going to be booty butt cheeks, and that was with Mekhi Becton. Now they don't.
You were gassing them up too.
I said considerable improvement.
Did you see considerable improvement?
So, I think, how many sacks did the Panthers have?
Bro, let's look. Let's see.
Because I want to figure this out before I say what I gotta say.
Yeah, bro, because we did what we had to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was 14-19, but it was like out of reach the majority of the game, bro. So we had 6 sacks, bro.
So they had 6 sacks. They could have had 20, but Zach Wilson was really good at escaping and just making plays. That is a considerable improvement that I saw. Zach Wilson doing good things out of structure, which he's going to have to do for the next 6 to 8 weeks because Mekhi Becton has a broken kneecap, which really sucks.
That really sucks.
And I feel bad for him because dude was balling for the most part, but this Jets offensive line is not good. Like, now they're moving George Fant to left. George Fant wasn't good at right.
And you're going to move him to left. What a mess, bro.
We have to say a prayer for Zach Wilson because it was not good. It wasn't fun.
He'll be okay, bro. They're going to draft a wide receiver or something next year.
Well, like, what team impressed you the most outside of
Speaking of that, talk about
and the Saints, the teams we've talked about? What team impressed you from their week 1 performance?
Let me think. Who did impress me? I mean, the Chiefs, obviously, because they're the Chiefs.
How about the bank? How about the bank?
How about who?
The Bengals. How y'all think the Bengals look?
I mean, like they beat the Vikings. Like, congrats. Like,
yeah,
you beat the Vikings.
Okay,
congrats.
This one's gonna be kind of weird. This one's gonna be kind of like off the radar a bit. I gotta shout out the Lions, man.
Bro, I was about to say that.
Brother,
they were dead in the water.
Fought, I guess. Like it feels the same as like Rome is what Rome just said. Like, congrats, bro. Like you beat you barely lost to the Niners, who's like they're cool. Like I guess
they were down 38-10. But for me, with a first-year head coach, you want to see what you're about. You want to see what this team is about. The fighting Dan Campbell's ain't gonna give up.
Dude, Dan Campbell,
what a guy. Play them all 60 minutes.
Are we doing the moral victories thing, bro?
I'm not saying it's a moral victory, but I was impressed with the way they fought. Now, I don't think it's going to correlate to a lot of wins, but it's impressive, especially for a team that came into this year like the Lions with nobody expecting them to win football games.
That's true. Why are they so what is up with Trey Lance? Why are they not utilizing my boy? I don't understand. Like, Jimmy G's like cool,
because
they were
playing the Lions. They were playing the Lions.
That's the perfect opportunity to put Trey Lance in.
And at least also, I think the Trey Lance and Justin Fields thing is different because I don't think Trey Lance is ready as a passer yet. I think there were a lot of throws he missed in the preseason, but I think what they should do is honestly what the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson. Bring him in on occasion, but just know once the season's that's wraps.
Man. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Like, just mainly because I don't think he's ready as a passer. And I think Jimmy G is good enough to get the Niners to the playoffs. But I don't think that's going to happen because the Niners keep getting hit with injuries. Like Verrett, torn ACL, out for the year, which really sucks for him because he was really good. Do they go and try and get Richard Sherman back? I think they should.
Why not, bro? Like, why is he not signed? I don't know why the Panthers don't go after him. Somebody needs to go after him.
But
Cap.
I got a team that impressed me.
Hmm.
I got a team that impressed me. The Seattle
Who?
Seahawks.
They did what they had to do.
Look, man, I think the Seahawks offense looked really cool. Like it was basically the Rams offense with a superior quarterback.
Yeah.
Like if you look at Russell Wilson's passing chart, it's hilarious because he had like 5 50-yard touchdowns, but everything else was in the flats.
Yep.
That's basically the Ram style of offense. We're going to get them out on the move, get them throwing out to the flats, get them throwing the quick game out, and then all of a sudden, bam, Tyler Lockett 50-yard touchdown. Bam, DK Metcalf running past you.
And the thing is, go ahead.
The Seahawks defense looked really good. And
as expected.
I know it was the Colts. I'm not even gonna say it was the Colts offensive line. It was the Colts tackles. Julian Davenport played horribly.
Yeah.
I think it was Sam Tebby on the right side. Whoever was on the right side. I think it might have been Braden Smith. I'm not sure. They got their lunch eaten. Darrell Taylor looked phenomenal. Carlos Dunlap looked great. The Seahawks looked like, and it wasn't just like two guys making plays on offense.
It was everyone, bro. Everyone
getting carries. They're involving everybody. And this offense looks really fun.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is, I mean, it is the Colts. I mean, I'll say this: the Colts don't look bad by any means. Like they look like they can compete for the AFC South. They can compete.
You mean the new stars of Hard Knocks?
I think they can compete for the AFC South. But the overreaction I have from Week 1 is the AFC South is the worst division in football.
Are you impressed with the Texans at all?
I mean,
don't do damn.
Do you want me to be like Homer? Do you want me to be Homer, or do you want me to be like football writer? Because
be a mix of be yourself.
Yeah,
be a mix of both.
Yeah.
Be a mix of both.
Completely impartial. I think the Texans had a really, really good game plan, and they showed a lot of really fun stuff that David Culley brought from the Ravens, like the pistol sets, the 21 personnel, getting all the running backs involved. Like there were plays where Mark Ingram and David Johnson or Philip Lindsay were on the field at the same time. Tyrod Taylor played great. Much respect to him. He's never really gotten a full chance to be a starting quarterback because he got his lung punctured last year, which is still one of the weirdest stories in the NFL ever.
It was crazy. Like it just kind of came out like, yeah, bro, like they accidentally punctured dude's lung. Like what?
And like, I think the Texans had a really good game plan. Now, football writer. Okay. The Jaguars had one of the worst coaching performances I've ever seen.
Cook.
I'm gonna be completely honest. The Jaguars looked like the Florida Gators without all the talent and just all of the penalties. The penalties were stupid penalties.
Oh.
The first drive started off with 2 illegal formations. The first 2 plays of the football season. In the first game, illegal formation. You can't get lined up right.
You can't get lined up, bro.
You used 2 first half turnovers in the first quarter because you couldn't get lined up right. Texans threw out a bunch formation. Nobody knew what that was because you don't practice. Like that's my biggest issue so far with the Urban Meyer coaching staff, Urban Meyer era. This team looked unprepared. It wasn't because of talent. I think the team is talented. They just looked like they were poorly coached. Penalties is bad coaching. Holding penalties, I think we have like 5 illegal formations.
That's embarrassing, bro.
That is poor coaching. And I think for the most part, Trevor Lawrence looked like Trevor Lawrence. I think the interceptions were coming at times where he tried to force it, try to be a hero. I think that's going to happen this year. Best case scenario, we get a Justin Herbert where he doesn't turn the ball over a lot. He just shocks the world. Worst case scenario, we get a Peyton Manning rookie year where he throws a lot of interceptions, but he throws a lot of touchdowns. You saw the touchdown to DJ Chark, 41-yard pass. That was a beauty. But my biggest issue on offense was you have James Robinson.
5 carries.
5 carries.
5 carries, bro. Also on my fantasy team, by the way. 5 carries, bro.
It wasn't
I don't know if it's our league or another one.
It wasn't like the Cowboys where it was like a charge it to the game thing where you had the extension of the RPO as an extension of your run game. The first 15 plays were 13 passes and 2 runs, not including a holding call that wiped out 1. So basically like 12-3. Please run the ball. Like, I beg you. James Robinson
Like,
is
bro,
good.
like you can
Run the
like
ball.
he's a good running back, bro.
And
Like, give him the rock.
Make Trevor Lawrence's life easier. The Texans bit on a lot of those play actions. You'll make them bite even harder if you actually ran the ball. Like, he had 5 carries, 3 straight
In the
runs
entire game.
3 straight runs he had were 6, 7, and 6 yards. That is positive plays. This offensive line is better at running the ball than they are passing. So why not just have him do straight dropbacks for 51 passing plays? Why not don't do play action, even though play action was working really well for Trevor Lawrence? Get him out on the move. The one, he just looked poorly coached and poorly prepared. Like, that's really the biggest thing. They look like an underprepared, underwhelming like team. Even though they have the talent, you can see the talent there. The Jaguars finished week 1 with the highest pressure rate in the league and the 7th highest blitz rate. They had 1 sack. You know how many missed tackles they had? 9. 9 missed tackles.
Yeah.
You know what that is? You don't do it in practice. And also, I know that, like, I'm probably not supposed to do this because of, like, journalistic stuff.
No, let it out, bro.
I know that Andrew Wingard's father might be listening to this. Bro, Andrew Wingard sucks. I'm sorry. He's not good.
Yo.
He's not good. He is very, very bad. Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad. Why is he on the team?
Bro.
You cannot cover anybody. Stop putting him in cover 1 situation.
Who are you gonna put? Who they're gonna put in? Who are they gonna put in, bro?
The 2nd round draft pick, Andre Sisco, who is really good and can cover somebody. He played a whole lot better. He played a whole lot better than Wingard.
Yeah.
You know what? I can take this even back to the preseason. You cut Jared Wilson, who was better than Andrew Wingard.
Damn.
Why is he on the team? He's not good. And you saw it. The Texans repeatedly attacked Andrew Wingard in the pass game.
Bro, Tyrod was looking like
he was hunting him.
He was literally like,
at some point you gotta say,
yeah.
At some point you gotta say, bro, you gotta come out. Because it's not helping the team win. So, like, I know that, like, every player in the NFL, like, you got to the NFL, you're some sort of good. But relative to every other player in the NFL, Andrew Wingard's not good.
And
relatively, he's very bad.
So are we not high on Tyrod then?
I think Tyrod is a starting caliber quarterback.
That's a fair assessment.
I do also think he was helped by the Jaguars making things really easy on him. So in the beginning, before the season started, I said the Jaguars are going to play a lot of Baltimore style of defense, very aggressive, cover 3, cover 1, cover 0. You know what would really help playing those cover 3, cover 1, cover 0 is don't show it pre-snap every play of the game.
Every play is eventually like they're going to pick up.
They're going to show cover 1 every play of the game.
They're going to adjust. They're going to adjust exactly.
At some point, maybe show 2 high and rotate into it. Maybe show 0 back into 1. Maybe, just saying, show cover 1, show a blitz, and drop into cover 3. That'll buy the pressure some time because when you run heavy play action, the quarterback isn't looking at the defense. You can rotate into it and make it so much more difficult on the quarterback. But they just made it easy because nothing was different. You could see everything was the same. You could look at the defense on the all-22 and just be like, yeah, they're playing cover 1. Yeah, it's cover 3 now. On the touchdown to Danny Amendola, I knew it was cover 1 because they lined up like it was cover 1 with the motion. And so you can attack that if you know what they're doing. Just please show something different. I'm not saying run more too high and just completely convert to a big Fangio style defense. I love Wink Martindale's defense. I think it can work, but it only works if you don't show it every play.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you show it every play, then that damn near defeats the purpose. Because, like, bro, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I'm seeing like that they're showing it every play, I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, bet. Let me go ahead and have you adjust this route. And then boom, you go ahead and stop that.
Some of the problems that Jacksonville has are going to be problems that the Ravens are going to have. And the reason I say that is because the Ravens lost to the Raiders on Monday Night Football in a hilarious game. We can talk about it later. We can talk about more after this, but like it was a hilarious game, especially overtime. But the Ravens, I think their problem is going to come with if you're going to keep running cover zero, you have to get home at some point. If you're going to keep blitzing, you got to get home. And now that they don't have Marcus Peters, it's going to be a lot more difficult because they're going to keep running cover zero. Wink Martindale is not going to stop that, and I love him for that. But some point, you either got to get home or you got to try and figure out something different. And next week is not going to be very fun to try and do a figure it out game because the Ravens play the Chiefs. That is not a figure it out game. That
I
was just to have it going.
And I was just about to. I was just
out the wind.
What's up?
That's not a just try stuff, see if it works game.
Oh yeah, or else you're gonna get your ass beat. That's just one of them things. And so I was just about to ask y'all, like, out of all the games next week, which game are you the most excited for? And I was gonna say Chiefs Ravens because like Lamar needs his get back, bro. Patrick has his number. Patrick is Goku and Lamar is Vegeta right now.
But see, the thing about that is, and I heard First Take talking about this, and I think the thing we forget to realize with these quarterback discussions is football is a team sport.
It is. You're right.
Baltimore has 0 playable offensive line. Ronnie Stanley did not look good last week, and I think that was mainly because he's coming off of a broken ankle.
Yeah, he's
but
like
now,
literally, yeah.
Ronnie Stanley is not going to be playing against the Chiefs. Alejandro Villanueva looked real bad. Like, Max Crosby had 19 pressures.
It's pretty bad.
And I'm not saying that like Max Crosby's a bad player. I think Max
Crosby, because he's solid.
I think he's a good player. But you turn Max Crosby into Lawrence Taylor. Like, that is Lawrence Taylor number.
That's like kind of, yeah.
Listen, Lamar Jackson was under pressure for 54% of his dropbacks against the Raiders. I think it's by far the most of his career. At some point, the Ravens' offensive line is a problem. The Ravens not having a good running back is a problem.
It is a huge problem.
Everybody got hurt. The Ravens receiving core without Rashad Bateman is a little bit of a problem. Sammy Watkins probably going to get hurt. Hollywood Brown looked good. Again, I contribute that to everybody looks better in a single-digit number. Hollywood Brown looked really good.
Agreed.
But this Ravens offense, it's really going to be like Lamar and a bunch of dudes. Like, it's going to be Lamar if he was back at Boynton Beach High School playing the Chiefs. It is Lamar and everybody else.
That's lit, though. That's a lit way to like introduce them.
The thing with playing against a bad offensive line is you want to put the quarterback under pressure and make him run for his life.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that against Lamar. Like, he will beat you.
Hey, it's literally Lamar and the Temptations.
You said it's Lamar and who?
I said it's Lamar and the Temptations.
I'm dead.
It's not even Lamar and the Temptations. At least the Temptations were like
the Temptations,
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Again, yeah, that's true. But like, this is more like, shoot, this is like, he's Michael
Jackson 5.
He's Michael, and everybody else is Jermaine.
Tito.
Not even Tito. Everybody else is Jermaine.
Dang.
Y'all not right. Yeah.
They're not good.
I mean, hey, bro, Hollywood Brown is at least Tito level. We're not gonna give him Tito, bro. Tito is like.
I can't give him.
No one. I'm sorry, bro. I like Tito Jackson. If you're listening, I'm sorry, bro. No, if I saw Tito Jackson like out at the coffee shop, bro, I would not know who he is, bro. Honest to God. He could just start talking to me and I'd be like, bro, who are you and why are you talking to me about music, bro? You're being weird, bro. Like that's how I would like be in that situation. So like the fact that like you won't even give Hollywood Brown a Tito level, just like, bro, don't disrespect my man's, bro. Like Hollywood Brown's nice, and you said that the single number
Hollywood
thing,
Brown
like,
is a quality. Hollywood Brown is a quality number 2 receiver.
You gonna give him Tito, bro. You gonna give him Tito, bro.
He's Jermaine.
I'm not even saying he's Janet, bro. I'm not even saying he's Janet, bro. I'm saying he's Tito, bro.
Nah, look,
it is
Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown he ain't Otis. He's another part of the singing group. I forgot the other dude. I gotta look at that. He ain't Otis. He ain't David. He like the other one. He good, but he's good to have. You mean complimentary.
You mean Eddie Kendricks?
Yeah, Eddie. There you go. Eddie.
No, I've seen the Temptations movie so many times. I knew who you were talking about.
Yeah.
It was either Eddie or Paul.
Yeah.
But
not Paul. I say Eddie.
Yeah. So what other games next week are y'all looking forward to though?
If you enjoy Smash Mouth football, Raiders and Steelers will be the game.
Maybe
because that's
if
gonna
the O-line show up.
That's gonna be physical.
I run the risk of gassing up certain people on this podcast. But Cowboys Chargers is the game I'm going to be looking forward to. Because
I am too.
I think both offenses are going to play really well. Well, actually, I don't know, man. Dallas has a lot of injuries. I don't know.
I get you, but
I think
we have Dak, man.
Brandon Staley's going to have something cooking for him. I think the thing that's going to help Dallas a lot, and like Abrams probably going to hate this, but Zeke needs to have a really good game against the Chargers.
Yeah.
No, I agree, honestly.
The thing with Brandon Staley's defense, it forces you to be patient. It coaxes you into running the ball. If you can run the ball well, they're going to play a lot of light boxes. They're going to play a lot of 5-1 boxes. They're going to play 5-0 boxes.
Because they can
run
do
the
that.
Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give Zeke some carries and I'm not saying like 3 yards a pop. Get like 5 in light boxes. You need to punish them for not playing in the box. And then that'll open up the passing game because Brandon Staley's defense requires you to be patient. It requires you to wait until, I don't know. The best way to describe it is it's like chess. You're playing chess.
And you have to be one step ahead of your opponent.
You have to be patient and wait for the mistake. Because once they make the mistake, that's basically what Brandon Staley's defense is. It is baiting you into making a mistake.
And it works.
It works really well because offenses are naturally impatient because they want to score every play. They want to score on every single drive. Brandon Staley's like, no, you're not going to have the explosive plays. You have to beat us by paper cuts. And offensive coordinators are too impatient to do that. So Kellen Moore has to be patient.
Yeah.
But will he though? Yeah. I don't think he will, and it's going to be hilarious.
I trust in Kellen Moore, man. He looked really good against Tampa Bay. I mean, I say looked, but you can't.
But I think
physically see him.
But that's passing game though. Like the running game look.
The Tampa defense and the Charger defense are two different things because
yeah,
Tampa doesn't want you running east-west. They want you to try and run it into their defensive line. Go ahead and do that. You'll get like 1 yard because you're running right in the Vita Vea stomach. Brandon Staley and the Chargers, they want you to run east-west. That's where all the numbers are. That's where all the speed is. That's where Derwin James is at. You want to run, go try and make a play against him. Good luck. They want you to try and run on the edge. Good luck against Bosa.
They got some dogs in that back, man. Like them DBs are some dogs.
I don't think those DBs can cover Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. I'm gonna be honest.
All right.
All
right.
All right.
Say that.
You said that. You said that right here on the podcast.
Put it on record. Put it on record. I don't care. Put it on record.
I'm gonna say this.
Amari Cooper's going off again. Amari Cooper's going off again.
Hey,
I promise you, you don't want to do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this.
I'm doing
Amari Cooper showed me that he is wide receiver number one. I'm tired of people saying trying to move CD up to be receiver number one. Amari Cooper showed like he's still top 5 best route runner in the game.
Top 3.
And I get frustrated when I hear people say like, yeah, even you top 3, top 5, like he's still in that elite class. So I don't think no DB from the Chargers can guard him. Maybe Darwin James. I think that'd be a good matchup, but I don't think.
I would like.
He's gonna smack your receivers, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah,
He's gonna sauce everyone up.
I would like you to know, Dak Prescott playing a Brandon Staley defense threw 1 touchdown on 6.8 yards per attempt, and the Rams won.
The Rams had different personnel than they had better personnel than what
I know.
Okay.
I understand they don't have an Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, but the next best thing is probably Joey Bosa and Derwin James. Like if you want a 1-2 punch,
sure,
like that.
But
and not only do they have that, I think the Chargers DBs are a lot better than what you're giving them credit for.
I mean, they're not bad DBs, but Amari Cooper's just that good, man. Like
I know Amari Cooper's that good, but Amari Cooper's not going to see single coverage.
Exactly.
Don't sleep on Cedric Wilson.
So what are y'all going to do?
Hold on. I did not just hear. Don't sleep on Cedric Wilson.
Yeah, you heard it. Did you not see him in Seattle last year?
So, anyways, we're
hold on. No
serious.
Cedric Wilson disrespect is allowed right here. Dude,
Bro,
he came out of nowhere
Cedric
against
Wilson.
Seattle and put up 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cedric Wilson is not.
Hold on.
Cedric Wilson's not a bad guy, and he's gonna get those single coverage looks because people are gonna be looking at.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. Look.
Oh wow! I just woke up from my nap after that.
I didn't say he was a bad receiver.
No one cares about Cedric.
Cedric Wilson.
You're
He's gonna make
saying
some
Cedric
plays.
Wilson like he's a game changer for me, man.
No,
Yeah,
I'm saying he's gonna
saying
make some plays.
Like
He's capable of making these plays. He has speed. He has that deep threat ability.
Like I said, for the Cowboys to win, Zeke has to go for 100.
I will say this though.
Will he?
If CD is that guy, he should put up big numbers. Because Cooper gonna get double teamed. CD's gonna have to win.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
One balance.
CD Lamb runs his best routes. He is most successful in the slot. You know who he's going to see in the slot? He's going to see Derwin James.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's winning that. I just don't.
You see, but what works for Dallas better this year than last year, and they even come out and said it. One of the reasons that they didn't move receivers as much last year was because of COVID, and they couldn't really get CeeDee Lamb caught up enough to play outside. But this year, they can move him around anywhere they want. And you saw it a lot in week 1. Amari Cooper played the slot. Michael Gallup even played the slot, even though, he's not playing now. But
yeah,
like they have the flexibility to do it now. And honestly, I think they can expose Kenneth Murray because I'm not a big Kenneth Murray guy.
That's the thing. Kenneth Murray will not be seeing slot coverage.
But like Kenneth Murray versus Tony Pollard, that's a mismatch.
It's not going to be man to man. You keep thinking it's going to be man.
Bro, that's not what they run, bro.
The Rams last year played the lowest amount of man coverage in the NFL. Mm-hmm. They're going to play 2 high, quarters, cover 6. They are not going to let you beat them deep. You're going to have to take the dink and dunk, and you're going to have to run the ball. Because
actually, he's capable of doing that. He threw 50 times last week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to you're going to have to be patient. And I just don't think offensive coordinators are patient. We saw the most patient offense in the league last year drop 3 points this Sunday because they were coached into being impatient. Aaron Rodgers is one of the most patient quarterbacks in the league, and he got impatient and threw 2 picks.
Exactly.
I just
completely off his game.
I might be gassing up the Brandon Staley Chargers defense a lot, but dude, it is legit. It is great at forcing offensive coordinators to play out of their element. Because, like I said, offenses want to try and score every play, and they want to try and score fast. Brandon Staley was like, no, you're gonna have to run the ball, and that's why I think last year Zeke had 96 yards on 22 carries and a touchdown. Zeke's gonna have to do that.
Can he do that consistently?
Especially against light box. He's gonna have to have one of those vintage like Ezekiel Elliott performances. I hate that I'm using vintage when I'm talking about Zeke because like he's not that old. But anyway,
that's why you don't pay running backs. But that's a different story.
Here he goes. Here he goes. I bet you. Would you trade Zeke right now?
For what? Like, just in general?
If for like, I don't know, like enough for like an O lineman. How about that?
I would not trade. For all the stuff that Zeke does that's not shown.
You realize in losing Zeke, you're losing your best running back who's a pass protector.
Exactly. I know. And he was really good against Tampa in pass pro, but it's not even like the degree of a player he is. It's just the fact that he's on this contract and you can't get out of it now. The year to get out of it was this past offseason, and they didn't. So now you're stuck with him for the next 3 years, no matter what happens. And he's declined every single year in terms of running the ball.
I think Zeke is still a top 10 running back in the league. We can talk about his decline, but Zeke is still really good.
Yeah, he's good.
Zeke can do so many things, though, besides just run the ball. That's what, to me, makes him special. Like, his pass protection, like top 5 in the things that's not.
The Cowboys' most successful plays on Thursday came when Zeke and Tony Pollard were in the game. They can only run that because Zeke is so good at running the ball and so good at pass protection.
Like I said, this isn't me trying to hate on Zeke as a player because he brings so much to Dallas, but it's the contract, man.
But I think for me, and I think it's because like I'm so much of a player's guy.
Mm-hmm.
Pay a player what he's worth.
Exactly. Like, he did exactly what y'all wanted him to do.
Like it's general like sports because they're doing it in Moneyball in the MLB. We've gotten so attached to numbers and schemes and analytics. Pay players what they're worth. Like at the end of the day, pay them what they are worth. At the time, Zeke was worth the amount of money that you paid him.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why you can't really like. Again, just pay players what they're worth.
That's all you have to do, man. It could all be so simple.
My problem is with now everything is so based off stats. It's like we can't cut the tape these days and see like, okay, running back does a lot more than running the ball. It's like guys would rather have a running back who he'll throw up 100 yards, but he can't block. He can't block. He can't catch out of the backfield. And then you see a guy who goes for 50 yards, but then he can catch, he's blocking, he's supportive, and we'll crap on him and praise the other guy who's only one-dimensional. And that's the problem with football. Like, we don't see those guys who can do multiple things. It's like the dude can be good at one thing. That's it. Having a receiver who can only go deep. But he can't run a sprint, he can't run a post, he can't run no routes. He can barely catch. But because he can only run deep, it's like he seemed to be praised. And that's just an example, but it's like, that's like the state that football is in.
Honestly,
it's terrible.
I think analytics and film go hand in hand, you know?
Like, they're supposed to support each other.
I use both because it helps base your arguments and what you're saying. It helps provide
they support each other. They're like symbiotic.
Yeah, say a negative passing EPA, you go to the film and try and see why. But I think the biggest problem is both sides have become real polarizing, where it's either you are with one side or against another. And I just don't think that's
football. I think at the end of the day, football is played on the field, but analytics helps you understand like tendencies and what is actually happening. But film also provides you with evidence. You know, it's like science. Like science, you have numbers, but you also go out and do the research. Doing the research is playing football. It helps confirm or reject what you're looking at. Like, oh, this is a perfect example. Jalen Hurts had one of the highest EPAs in the NFL this past week.
Yeah.
You go watch the tape, he wasn't throwing it very deep. He had a real high completion percentage. He wasn't throwing it that far. He's not putting the ball at risk.
Teddy-esque. Very Teddy-esque.
Yeah. And it's just both have to go hand in hand. So when you say, I don't think that either side is helped by the running backs don't matter thing, because they do. Like,
cook him. Yeah, Mr. Giddy, cook him.
They do, because we've seen what teams look like without good running backs.
Trash.
And we've seen the value that good running backs have. Now, I'm not saying you should always draft a running back in the first round. I'm just saying draft on need. You need a running back. Running backs available in the first round that you think is good.
I mean, I'm cool with analytics, but when you start talking about some bullshit like air distance, bro, that's where you lose me.
Actually,
that's what you gotta talk to me about that.
I like the air distance
about that. What the fuck is air distance throw? They did that shit for Tom Brady. You know that shit. They did that for Tom Brady, because that's some bullshit. I ain't never heard how the hell you go from everybody talking about Tom Brady deep throws and all of a sudden pro football, well, according to this stat, he got the most air distance throws. They weren't completed, but he threw them. What the fuck is that? Like, in pro football, you can see me about this shit, man. Like, damn, y'all ready to look good.
I like the air yards.
That's bullshit.
All right, go ahead and defend the air yards.
I like
go ahead and wrap this thing up, man.
Because intended and completed air yards tell a really big story. Because a quarterback can have a really high completion percentage, but if his intended air yards is like 6 yards a play, he's not throwing it very far. Yeah, I'm going to have a really high completion percentage. That's the Alex Smith-like story. I'm going to throw it real quick and real short. I'll have a high completion percentage, but I'm not throwing it deep. Ben Roethlisberger, really high completion percentage last year. His air yards, like per play, were near the bottom of the league because he can't throw. And again, that's also confirmed by film. But like I said, I think stats help in a lot of areas. I also think film helps in areas where you know the saying, numbers never lie, but numbers never really tell the entire story. Like, it's just they're both needed. And that is why I think the running backs don't matter thing sucks.
Man,
I'm gonna be honest. One more time. Let me reiterate my stance on it.
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead. I'll let you defend yourself, bro. Go ahead. Bro.
Okay. First off, like, I understand that there's good running backs and that they make a huge impact on the field. Like y'all said, Zeke's impact in pass protection and his ability to receive the ball aren't things that you can find all in one player. My thing with the running backs thing is that it's a position that relies so much on outside factors, more so than other positions. So by paying a position that's out here relying, like for Zeke, he needs the offensive line to be healthy. And if he's not out here being able to create this by himself, I get that pass blocking is a big. Let me finish. I get that pass blocking is a big impact on the game, but you want someone who's going to be able to create these yards by himself, and that's super rare. And not a lot of guys can, like Christian McCaffrey can do it.
Yeah, bro.
Derrick Henry can do it.
Like McCaffrey's whole line.
Those two guys can do it, and that's it. That can actually create yardage without great offensive line play. But besides
I
that,
don't think that's true.
it's super rare to find.
Bro.
Because, well, for one, you know who else needs a good offensive line to succeed? Every other position on the offense. Because you
different.
can't block.
The wide receiver.
You can scheme those things open though. With a running back, you
can't
really
scheme run
can't.
games. The Niners have been doing it for like 20 years.
Bro, the Saints, that's all they do. They
Hold
just
on.
scheme Kamara to death,
first
and it
three-
works.
First 3 years of like the first 3 years of Dallas. Well, when Zeke got drafted, he ran wild, but when we lost that running coordinator, that could be a major factor too, because Zeke wasn't the
Which
same
guy?
running coordinator. I forgot, what was it? Rob? Not Rob.
Rob Chadinsky.
Talking about Bill Callahan.
Was it him?
It was Bill Callahan because Bill
Bill-
Callahan's with
yeah.
the Browns now.
Once he
Oh,
left, that
they're
running
cold.
game wasn't the
Yeah.
same.
And their running game's like ridiculously cold now. That's so funny.
Cold.
I
Everything's
do
funny.
think there are running backs. There are a lot of running backs in the NFL who can create for themselves, like
Yeah,
McCaffrey,
bro.
Kamara, Dalvin
Nick
Cook,
Chubb.
Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb.
You need that coach who can also does the schemes for running. Like
You're saying you need this stuff. Like, I don't know.
it's a
I'm-
scheme. It's like passing. You gotta have a scheme. You gotta know, okay, where's some of this? You gotta be creative. Like you can't just be dog. It's like in the passing game. You can't
Well,
Well,
just
that's just,
with
bro, that's
football-
just football, bro.
That's
I
the
don't
thing.
like these.
Football.
Okay,
Football
I don't like
is
these
scheme, bro.
huge record-breaking contract, like the Zeke contract, like the Henry contract, like the McCaffrey contract, like the Kamara contract. But let me tell you, I do like Nick Chubb's extension that he got. I think that is more along the lines of where we need to be valuing running backs instead of trying to, break the market every time. I would pay Zeke what Chubb's making.
But the problem with that is every great player at their position resets the market. If you're a top 5 player at that position, you're going to reset the market with your contract. Derek Carr was once the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Chubb didn't reset the market though.
Because
McCaffrey did.
now we're entering
McCaffrey.
a new point in contracts. I don't think that multiple teams are going to give players that style of contract anymore.
Yeah.
But I think the Chubb thing was a one-time thing. But like I'm saying, every contract is going to reset the market. Like Marshawn Lattimore just reset the market at corner. Is he a top 3 corner in the league? Top 5? I mean, I think so. I don't think he's top 5 corner in the league. But if you're around that area and you're up for a contract, you're going to reset the market. I think James Bradbury reset the market for cornerbacks at one point. So my biggest thing is pay players what they're worth. That's all you got to do.
Amen. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. We appreciate all our supporters. Much love to y'all.
Came in right at the end.
It's
Should
all
we
right.
do a quick?
Because you know
Should we
what?
do a quick update on the fantasy league before we wrap up?
You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about our fantasy league before we wrap up.
Oh,
So I'm
perfect
cooking
timing.
everyone because I'm the GOAT. Let's go ahead and peep. I already know I'm cooking because
I lost to my little brother this week.
I'm playing your little brother this week, and his defense is getting cooked by New York right now. So I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'm gonna start Aaron Rodgers against Detroit, bro. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm
start
playing
Zeke.
JP this week.
I think Zeke is gonna go ahead and do his thing. David Montgomery against Cincy, that's easy work. Justin Jefferson against Arizona, we'll see how that works out. Keelan Allen against Dallas, easy work. That's a smooth 20 piece for me.
Look at Rome.
Look at Rome. Your team is interesting, my guy. I would thrash your team, but anyways,
I was talking about who's sharing their screen right now.
Rome.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Look at that, Rome.
Yeah, your team's cute, but my team's like way better than yours.
My team's way better. Let's be real. Like my team's great.
Your team's pretty good. I'm not.
Aiden,
I'm
are you ready
stacked
to
on
take
running backs.
Are you ready to take
Let's look at my team. I know I lost, but let's look at my team.
Yeah, you're starting Gibson. At least you have Gano playing. He has 19 points for you right now.
Who am I
But
playing
the
now?
guy you're playing has McLaurin, and Mike has McLaurin, and he has 26 points right now. So you have fun with that, bro.
Are we gonna win? Look at my box score, Mike. Look at my box score.
Yeah, you're predicted to get thrashed. Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting 2 Chargers this week.
Bruh, but what if McLaurin scores again? That would be hilarious.
You didn't want to look at my team, Rome? Is that how we're doing that?
The Shrewd Bucks. That's Ethan's hilarious team.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Bro, your team's funny because like they're not good. That's why they're funny.
Golly.
I gotta take Clyde. Out and put Lockett in.
I hope
forgot to do that.
Ethan suffers for taking Dak Prescott.
Rigby, bro.
Why do you want me? You realize if I suffer taking Dak Prescott, then Dak also does
No,
not.
I hope Dak goes off, but everyone else like is trash. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Except
Abram,
for CD too.
Abram, who do you want from McCaffrey, bro?
What are you offering for McCaffrey?
I'm asking you.
No, let me know what you're offering.
No,
JP's
that's
trying
not
to
how this
trade.
works,
JP, you
bro.
still trying to trade for James Robinson?
What's up?
I sent you that trade like 2 weeks ago.
Bro, I'll give you.
Yeah, I didn't
I'll
like
give
that
you
trade.
I will give you someone to replace McCaffrey with,
Yo,
and
Kamara,
I'll give you some
I'll give
value
you right now.
bro.
Just a
Like, I'm not a
Jason.
hoe trader, bro. Like, I'll give you
Just-
some value, bro. Like, do
Justice
you want
Drew,
Justin
Jason.
Jefferson, bro? Do you want Keelan Allen? Like, you want
No,
Cup?
you don't
bro?
want that trash. You don't want that trash.
Bro, do you want Cup and Jamar Chase? Like, we can do.
I'm not
we can
trading
do
McCaffrey,
business,
bro.
Who
He's
was
the
Jamar
untradeable.
Chase?
Oh, Jamar Chase, the guy who had 20 points last week. That guy.
I
Why are
hate.
you even talking about fantasy, bro? You're getting
Remember-
your ass beat right now.
Hold on. Remember
outta
when people said Jamar Chase couldn't catch?
Bro, I was scared as fuck about that. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Bro,
I
guess what?
hate,
He scored a
uh,
touchdown last week.
Not
So,
who
Brandon
I'll give him
Ayuk,
credit.
bro.
I'll give him credit. He looked good.
He looked fantastic.
He did.
That's why he's
Yeah.
All right, chill on the fantastic part. He looked good. Chill on the fantastic. He looked good.
so
Brandon Ayuk.
So five receptions
one
for
is
100
pretty
yards and a touchdown is not fantastic. For
His
your
stats
first
are
game,
fantastic.
like for
I
your
don't
first
know if I
NFL
could
game
think
ever.
looks fantastic.
For your first NFL game ever.
I don't have Brandon Ayuk in this league, but in 2 other leagues I have him. He started for me. Just
You love
not
him, bro.
not a fun time, bro.
Yeah, you love him. And I was
Abram.
I was low key
Abram.
thinking like, why does he love drafting this guy? But like, I just
Hey,
let
bro,
you. Do
I'm
your
sorry for
thing.
drafting Dak. Let's work out a McCaffrey deal. I'll give you Dak.
I have
Prescott.
Kelsey.
Christian
Like,
McCaffrey.
you have to give me like an arm and a leg for him, but like, I'll be thinking about it. Just give me something that's like.
Let's do it.
Trade me Kelsey and Jefferson for McCaffrey.
Swear to God.
No, chill. Abram. I'll
Swear to
give you
God.
Dak,
What's up,
I'll give
bro?
you Dak
What's up,
and
bro?
Kamara.
What's up,
I'll
bro?
give you, hold on, wait.
Deadass?
Yeah, I'll play it. McCaffrey's not available. Like real
Bro,
talk.
I'll give you
You see
Dak.
what
I'll
you
give
do,
you Dak.
bro?
I'll give you. Hold on, wait. I'll give you Dak and Kamara for Herbert and McCaffrey. Look,
my
that's-
run.
That's
Whoa, what?
horrible.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest.
Hey,
I should
hey,
be-
That's
hey,
low
we can
key though.
talk-
Can we be real? That's not a bad offer though.
Hey, yo, we can talk business after the pod. I'm sure everyone's listening and enjoying it, but we're going to continue talking our business. But we appreciate our loyal supporters. Much love to y'all. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube page. And just like that.